Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button to stay inspired and stay notified on how to wise up and rise up from these narcissists. So if you clicked on this video, you want to know more about the lines that the narcissists love to use. Now, if you're new to my channel, I used to be in an 18 years narcissistic abusive relationship. It's been a year and a half now that my narcissist has now got his new supply, but I'm co-parenting, well, supposedly co-parenting with the narcissist. So I have a kid with this narcissist. You know, if you're new to my channel, I have a kid with this narcissist, and I still have to deal with now hearing, because my daughter is 14 years old, I have to now still have to deal with hearing things, from the narcissist in regards to what he's now doing, used to do to me, that's doing to my daughter now. Or when I call him and try to talk to him about my daughter, I still get gaslighted. I still get called names, or he tries to manipulate me and my daughter, for certain situations. And there's certain lines that I found that, because the narcissists, they have a personality disorder, right? And they have a consistent pattern. If you take a step back and you really analyze the narcissist and your situation, you'll realize that they have a consistent pattern. And when you educate yourself more about narcissistic abuse, narcissistic personality, narcissistic victims, you realize more and more and more that the things that you're going through, right? If you're dealing with a narcissist, there are other people out there that literally went through the same situation or are going through the same thing as you, right? And it's crazy to believe that, these people are so similar. And the reason why they're so similar is because they have a personality disorder. It is the personality. It's not actually just the person, it's their personality, right? They have a pattern, they have a trait. This is why I always tell people to stand in the facts with the narcissist. So these are a couple lines that I found that I see that my narcissist love to use on me, right? And to this day, even though he has his new supply, I see him either using it on my daughter, or when I'm co-parenting or I'm talking to him, he uses on me as well. Oh, you're crazy. A lot of times the narcissists love to call you crazy because at the end of the day, they want you to feel that way. They want to downsize whatever you're saying to them. They want you to feel like you're going crazy, because then you'll question everything about yourself and not question what their tactics are, what they're doing. So they constantly tell you that you're crazy, so you will feel like to second guess everything that you're thinking that is right and is wrong with what they're doing to you, or what they did, or they're saying, or whatever. So you could feel like something's wrong with you and nothing's wrong with them, right? So they'll constantly always tell you you're crazy. I can't express to you how many times I caught my narcissist lying or trying to manipulate me, and I would stand up for myself, and then the first line that he wants to say is you're crazy. Or if you see, you call them out on their shit. Remember, the narcissist, they never see that they're doing something wrong. And if even for a glimpse second they try to admit that they did something wrong, they always have a motive behind why they're going to admit that they're wrong, right? Either they just want to shut you up, right? And they're going to just do whatever they want to do regardless, right? Or they're just going to like literally disregard everything you're saying. So they're just like, you know what? I'm going to disregard whatever this person's saying anyways. So it is what it is. I'll just apologize and make it seem like, oh, I was in the wrong. But then later on, they'll bring up that same situation, push it back in your face and show you were wrong, right? And then call you crazy. So the narcissists always love to use that line, you're crazy, to make you second guess the things that you already know, right? And standing in your facts and standing up for yourself. So that's one line. The next line that I used to hear all the time, right, is that was in the past. That was in the past. That's their next favorite line they love to use. They like to use that it was in the past because they have a pattern. They're always doing the same shit over and over and over again, right? So they never want to be called out for their pattern. So they'll always say to you, well, that was in the past. Why are you bringing it up now? It could be a day ago. It could be a week ago. It could literally almost be an hour ago. And they will turn around and say to you, that was in the past. Let it go. But yet, with them, they will never let nothing go. They will hold, if you make one fuck up, you make one mistake, like, they will hold that over your head for the rest of the relationship. They will never let it go. They will always push it in your face. To why? Manipulate you, gaslight you, and put you down to make you feel less than, so they can feel superior over you. In the end of the day, whatever the narcissist says, whatever the narcissist does is all about a control tactic. It's how can I gain possession and control over this person? And when you can understand these patterns that I'm sharing with you, with the things that they say, the things that they do, the actions that they take, that's exactly what is going to help you to heal, to grow, and move on from these narcissists and be able to stand in the facts and knowing their toxic patterns and their toxic traits to, let go and be able to move forward, right? So they always like to say it's in the past, right? Let it go. Because at the end of the day, again, it's all about ego with them. They don't want to face anything that they are doing wrong. They don't want to face that they messed up. They don't want to admit that they're wrong. So the only way that they can shut you up and not have to talk about the situation is to say it's in the past, let it go. Right? And then what that does is a lot of times us as the victim, we're just like, okay, maybe I should let it go. Like, it happened already. There's nothing I can change about it. Yeah, there is, right? What you can change is realizing who these people are and noticing the pattern and saying, no, I'm not going to let it go. Yes, it happened in the past, but what can we do to move forward? And with the narcissist, there is no moving forward. There's staying stagnant, because a person, what's the definition of temporary insanity? Is doing the same shit expecting a different result. The narcissist is like literally going to treat you the same, talk to you the same, not want to change, but yet expects for you to treat them like a king or a queen, or for you to change, right? For you to be the best person you can be for them. But then they will never change. They will never try to attempt to, look at their wrongs and try to grow to be the best version of themselves for you, or even for themselves. Because you can't expect somebody to change or want to do better inside of their life if they don't see that they're doing anything wrong. If somebody sees that they're not doing something wrong, then how can they change? How can they look within themselves to learn certain stuff that they need to learn to grow? And this is why you can get out of a narcissistic relationship and you see that person jump into another relationship and they're the exact same, caught up in the same pattern with that person all over again, right? I'm seeing this, because at the end of the day, like I said, I have a 14-year-old daughter, and I'm seeing that everything that the narcissist, my ex, did to me is now doing it to his own freaking child, right? So it's sad, but at the end of the day, they don't want to change. They don't see that they're doing nothing wrong. Like my own 14-year-old daughter said, there's no changing him. It is what it is. I can talk to him till my face turns blue and he won't change. He won't see what he's doing wrong, to the point where the narcissist will literally blame it on their own children, that, they're in the wrong. That's why I said narcissists are everywhere. There's narcissistic parents, like what my daughter is going through right now. There are narcissistic bosses. There are narcissistic friends. There are narcissistic brothers and sisters. It's not just in a relationship, right? And this is why I'm trying to bring this knowledge to everyone out there, so they can realize, notice what the patterns are. Notice what these narcissistic personality traits that they have, right? To stand in the facts, to know who these people are and deal with them accordingly. If they're a family member and you can't, get rid of them, understand their patterns, know who they are. When you understand the patterns and stand in the facts of who these people are, that's when it allows you to heal and deal with them accordingly if you can't let go of them, right? If they're a parent of yours, or a family member, or whatever. If it's a significant other, you can always learn the patterns and get over them. But if you're co-parenting like how I'm co-parenting, It's understanding these patterns, understanding these traits, and dealing with them accordingly. Like all these, favorite lines that the narcissist loves to use, me sharing them and breaking them down for you is helping you to understand, not to, not to fall into the dark hole feeling like shit, or feeling messed up because of these words that the narcissists are using to gaslight you and manipulate you. Because that's all it is. Remember what I said. It's all about control. It's all about, gaining power over you, right? This is why they use certain words. This is why they have these certain patterns. It's to break you down so that they can feel superior and have control over you. That's all it is, right? It's not like, okay, they're trying to hurt you. Some of them are, because they just want to be vindictive, because that some of the narcissists, like, it brings them pleasure. It brings them joy to see you be in so much pain and still want them, and then them be able to fix that pain. So what that does is that makes them feel like I'm a savior. I'm a good person, right? Because I can make this person feel better. And makes them feel powerful because they can make you feel super low and bring you up super high, and you still want them. So in their sick mind, they're not doing nothing wrong to you. The words and the things that they're saying to you, they're not doing nothing wrong to you, because at the end of the day, you still want them, right? So that makes them feel like, hey, if I was such a bad person, why would this person still want to be with me? Why would this person still want me inside of their life, right? So those two lines, to me, is the ones that the narcissist used on me the most, right? The next line that I see that the narcissist used is like, you're such an unhappy person. You're never happy. Nothing can ever please you. You want to, these are couples, sorry. You want too much. These are the lines that the narcissist will say to you to make you feel like something is wrong for you, wrong with you for wanting more in life. For evolving, growing. They want you to stay at one place. They don't want you to grow outside of their comfort zone. They want you to stay stagnant and where they want you to be. Now, if they see that you're growing mentally and emotionally, or you're growing in your job, or you're growing just in for yourself, that and they're not growing and they're staying stagnant, things are not going good for them inside of life or whatever, that offends them. That gets them upset. So they'll do anything to break your mental and emotional feelings and mind down so you can stay stagnant with them and not elevate. This is why when you're in a narcissistic relationship, there is no growing, there is no changing, there's no evolving, right? Because at the end of the day, to them in their mind, they're perfect just the way that they are. Their ego will not allow them to feel like they need anything else unless they want to do it to gain, to build up their ego, for them to get attention from other people, to see from other people, for other people to show them that they're superior, that they're good people, right? That, like, it all depends on what their ego needs to be fed, right? If they need to be fed to give off a look like they make a lot of money, then they'll do whatever they need to do to make it look like they're making enough money. They're making a lot of money. If it needs to show, they need to put off a look for other people to like them, to show that, they're a good parent. In front of everybody, they'll do everything on that physical to make it look like they're a good parent, but yet behind closed doors, they're gaslighting, manipulating, verbally abusing their kids. But on the outside, they'll buy them clothes, they'll buy them this, they'll buy them that. And it's the same thing, like in a relationship. My ex-narcissist used to, buy me so much nice things and take care of that, spend so much money on the household and take us on vacations and all this stuff like that. But behind closed doors, he was like literally beating me in my face, mentally and emotionally abusing me, telling me that I'm shit, that I'm not, I'm a bitch, or I'm not a good mom, or just certain things. He would say certain things to break me down, and that's what the narcissist does. Literally, everybody's situation is different, and what the lines that some of them use different lines depending on what they need to do to break you down, right? So if they prey on your insecurities. If they see that you're insecure about maybe your weight, they'll constantly always tell you you're fat. You're fat, you don't look good in this, or you don't look good in that. Or let's say you're having problems with money. They'll be like, you're broke. You're a loser. I make more money than you. Why don't you go get a job? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? They'll hit you where they see is affecting you the most inside of your life, right? I only shared with you guys maybe 2 or 3 that I found a lot that the narcissist says that, I seen other people experience. But hey, everybody's situation is different, but it doesn't change that the narcissist will say whatever they feel and want to hit you where it hurts, to break you down, so then they can feel superior over you, that they are better than you, right? Especially if you left the relationship. Or even sometimes, even if they left you and they got a new supply and they see you're doing well or you're happy, they'll still come at you to break you down, to make you feel like you're shit and they're doing better than you. No matter what, it's all about control. And the only way that you can step out and gain back control and not allow those words that the narcissist says to you is basically to stand in the facts, knowing their patterns, because the narcissist majority of times has a pattern of vulgar words that they use in the relationship, even when you're with them or you guys are no longer together, right? They have some vulgar words where, again, they prey on your insecurities, and they'll say certain things to you to break down you even more based off of your insecurities, right? So it's standing the facts, knowing what are those patterns of vulgar words and abusive things that they say to you, right? That does affect you. Learn from it, stand in the facts, and understand that that's not the truth. What they're saying is not the truth. Everybody on this earth is, if you're a man, you're a king. If you're a woman, you're a queen. We are worthy of greatness. We are whole and we are complete. That's the facts. The facts is that a lot of times when we deal with these narcissists, they say all these things to break us down because that's how they're feeling within themselves, right? But then also, hey, maybe they're saying all these things because life doesn't happen to you, life happens for you. So maybe they're saying all these things for you to learn more and how you can build up stronger self-worth, stronger self-love, stronger confidence. So again, it's all about your perspective and how you're viewing and allowing these words from these toxic people to affect you. At the end of the day, these toxic people, these narcissists, they will never grow, because at the end of the day, they don't see that they're doing anything wrong. Now, the same thing can happen to you. You can never grow as well, being a victim of narcissistic abuse, if you allow it. You have control to say, okay, I'm going to grow from whatever I experienced and learn from everything that person did to me as a learning lesson. And that's exactly what I did, you guys. And this is how I'm here, to be so strong, to get on these videos and try to educate you guys and try to help you guys as much as I can, because I took all my experiences as a learning lesson to make me stronger, wiser, to wise up and rise up inside of my life. I hope that this video has helped you and inspired you in some sort of way. If it has, please, you guys, give me a thumbs up. What that does is it helps the algorithm to get this video out there to more people who are going through what you are going through, right? Let's wise up and rise up together. This is a movement. This is a community. Join the Wise Up, Rise Up community today, you guys. I have my podcast I drop every Thursday. It's called the Wise Up, Rise Up podcast on Anchor and on Spotify. I also have an amazing Facebook support group, right, called the Wise Up, Rise Up Facebook group. My TikTok is blowing up insane. I post 2 to 3 videos every day, educating people, motivating people about narcissistic abuse. Go check that out as well, you guys. Like, I'm trying to inspire as many people, because like I said, narcissistic abuse is every freaking where. I feel like everybody should be more aware about it. I was in an 18 years narcissistic abusive relationship. I had no idea about it. If I didn't learn about it, I couldn't teach my daughter about it, who is actually experiencing a parent who is a narcissist and is narcissistically abusing her, right? So this is why it's so important for us to spread the knowledge, right, and help others. Thank you so much again for joining on this YouTube video. I'll see you guys again on another video. Thanks.